Y'all, I don't know what happened, but we got disconnected. So this is part two. Maybe for some of y'all needed the part two. You needed two parts to this. It's fine. But I would really encourage y'all to do this all in one sitting, actually, because that's what's gonna really help you kind of get clear. Get clear. So, like in the last video, last live stream, which was literally a minute ago. I don't know why I got cut off, but whatever. We're gonna leave it as it is. I asked the question. The next question is, we only have like 5 more after this. I'm so sorry, y'all. I went above and beyond for no reason. Okay, so for every reason. But anyway, so number 5 is my psyche clear when I'm around them? Okay. And if you are just watching this and you haven't watched the first part of these videos, watch the first part of these videos. Okay. This is like really, really important. It's the same title, just as part 1. Okay. But this question is my psyche clear when I'm around them? So, right. So I was talking about this divine sign of sacredness and its clarity. And it's this energetic clarity. So I'm just going to explain some of the examples of when I experienced this, and then hopefully some of y'all will just connect with this. So, like for example, literally, the other day I went to a 1,000-year-old tree. That was beautiful. It's like, sorry, I love trees. I love trees. I always joke that monks are really just trying to become trees. Like, and some of y'all will get that joke. Some of y'all won't get it. It's okay. But anyway, because they just sitting still, so they're just really becoming trees. Anyway, so I went to this tree, and it's just like the energy was just clear. I don't know how else to explain it. It's like it's a clear energy. It's this sentient, I don't even want to say sentient energy. It's source. It's consciousness. There you go. I think that's the right word. It's that consciousness energy, right? And you don't have to go to 1,000-year-old tree to experience this. You can literally go to next to a tree, but it takes a level of tapping into that consciousness, kind of sensing the thing that you can't see, but you know is there, right? But when it comes to older trees, they kind of exude this in a way where it's undeniable if you're tapped in, right? And I know if you're watching this, you tapped in. If you watch my stuff on YouTube or on Instagram, you tapped in. You have to be tapped in at this point, okay? Or else I don't really know what you're doing following me, because I don't even know if you can follow what I say sometimes if you're not tapped in. So anyway, so we here. But so smaller trees have this ability too, but you have to kind of connect in a different way. But like bigger trees, not even bigger trees, older trees, the witness, they call this witness trees. I think this is what like loggers would call these trees. And it was kind of like the last trees standing when they would like deforest all of these like 1,000 and 100-year-old trees. Anyway, so I'm nodding my head because I was like, how can we be so stupid? But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But they just give it off. Just literally just give it off. So that's one example of that. A lot of sacred sites will have this too. If you are a Muslim, if you've been to Mecca, it has that site, or in that site, it has that conscious energy to it. I think every religion has some kind of space or place where you can really feel that energy. Okay. Hindus, if you go to like northern India and the Himalayas, really, really has this energy. And part of that is because they're so close to heaven, right? We won't get into it, but y'all know what I mean. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Okay. So I know, sorry. If you know, you know. So this question, let me get to the question, because this is literally how I am. I just talk. Is my psyche clear when I'm around them? Okay, so this is a question, and I don't necessarily want this to be a yes or no question. Maybe a better one would be, how is my psyche when I'm around them? Okay. But I wanted to mention that too, because that's like a really, 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 really great sign to know that's who you're really meant to build with, right? Because we won't get into it. We're not getting into it. Okay. So anyway, let's get into it. So we're gonna do this 4 minutes. Like I said in the previous video, if y'all feel like you need to write more, do more. We did start off doing each question for 7 minutes, but I really started to calculate that, if I really did 7 minutes for each question, in between me talking and explaining to y'all each question, then it's going to be 2 hours, and I'm just not trying to do that. I love y'all, but I got it like 2. Okay. So we're gonna do 4 minutes now. If you need to do more, you can do more. It's okay. It's all good. And so is my phone. So again, the question is, how is my psyche when I'm around them? Okay. I put in parentheses, are you thinking? This is a big key. If you are thinking more around them, I would err on the side of caution. Depending on what your thoughts are, obviously, right? But it's like when you're with your lifelong partner, when you first meet them, because again, remember when you're in a relationship, you're going to go through different cycles. So there's going to be ups and downs and different ways of experiencing your partnership anyway. So when you're with your partner, you could be like talking and then you're just like imagining and visualizing, oh my God, we could go in this direction or in this direction or in this direction. Like, that's a good thing. That's not what I mean by thinking. What I mean by thinking is like you're just constantly thinking of like what to say next, or oh my God, or like you have like that anxious thinking. That's what I'm talking about. Anxious thinking. If you have that, you want to kind of work with that a little bit. Investigate if it's coming from you. Investigate if it's you with that person. Just kind of look into that a little bit. Okay, it's not necessarily a good thing or bad thing, just look into it. Okay, so the question is again, how is my psyche when I'm around them? Stream of consciousness. Okay, 4 minutes, go. Okay. 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 Sorry. That was a lot. Okay. So saying that was a lot, but it's fine. Okay. So that was number 5. How is my psyche when I'm around them? So 6. How is the relationship different? Oh, how is the relationship different from the energy of my past relationships? I feel like we kind of went over this in the first question. I don't know if we should. How is the relationship? Well, I guess the first one we talked about, are there any repeating patterns from past relationships occurring, right? Just to kind of be aware if there's any cycles repeating that we have to put a close to. That was in the first video. So I guess this is different. This is different. How is the relationship different from the energy of my past relationships? So let's go ahead and start to journal that. I'm not really going to go into like detail about that, so that's pretty self-explanatory. Okay. So 4 minutes. Okay. Showing y'all. I don't know why I'm showing y'all the timer, but I'm showing it to y'all. Let's go ahead and write. Okay. Y'all can see I'm getting a little tired. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. But it's okay. I'm here with y'all. We're gonna do this again. For those of y'all who are watching, this is the part two, okay? Because somehow the first live stream got interrupted. So we're doing it again. And we're doing it well. So okay, so now we're gonna get into question 7. In what ways have I expanded since meeting them? This is a really important question because, and for a lot of y'all, oof, I don't want to give the answer. I'm not gonna give the answer, but I already know what the answer is gonna be for a lot of y'all. This is one thing that people don't really realize about relationships, the lifelong relationships. Okay, the quick ones, whatever, we're gonna brush to the side. The lifelong ones, the ones we're supposed to be with for a long time. Remember that we're human beings. We are in the image of the Creator, right? Creator, that word is just create, right? To create, to change, to expand. When we create something, we're expanding something, right? If I were to create something on this white piece of paper, I'm expanding what you see on a piece of paper. I'm creating something new, right? And so when it comes to these relationships, a big part of it is your expansion. How are you going to expand with this relationship? And for different people, it looks like different things. Okay. For some people, it may be, oh, they're gonna expand me by expanding my frame of mind around the world or about the world. They're gonna expand. Sometimes it's gonna be, financially. They're gonna be able to expand me. I don't want to say it like that, but I'm going to be able to expand financially because I'm with them. And what I mean by that too, I want to point something out to y'all too. It doesn't necessarily mean that, one person's going to be getting more money from the marriage. No, it means that when these two people when these two people get together, they will expand financially. Both parties, okay? And sometimes it's a huge leap. I mean, like going from what a 5-figure salary to a 6-figure within the first year of the marriage, or even 7-figure within the first year of the marriage, right? This is like really important to take into consideration because this is going to be a big aspect and a huge defining fact, not a huge defining factor, but one of the big defining factors of whether or not this person is really meant for you for the long run. Words. We here. So, so what I want to emphasize to y'all is that within the first, I don't, couple weeks or months, I really want to see, I want you to notice how you are expanding, because you're gonna expand in some way, or else what's the point of getting two people together? Like we need to expand in some way. It's just part of it, okay? So I want you to notice how you expanded, and I want y'all to really how you're handling that expansion also. Okay, so that's what we're going to work on for the next 4 minutes. So again, the question is, in what ways have I expanded since meeting them? Okay, we are going to, there you go. Okay. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to add, let's pause real quick, is that sometimes it's all in one too. I think a lot of the times it is. It's not just expansion financially, it's spiritually, it's materially, it's physically, it's your concept of the whole world, of the universe, might completely shift by meeting this person. Okay. That's the other way. Okay, so let's go ahead. Stream consciousness. 4 minutes. Okay. Okay, great. So let's go on to number 8. Okay, what is the other person's? Ooh, this is a good one. This one, look, it's a make or break. Okay, make or break. Telling y'all right now. Okay, if this does not line up, like really take a pause. Really take a pause. Okay, number 8. What is the other person's core values? Do they reflect my own? I don't know what that was that just hit the window, but y'all need to really get this, okay? And this is a mistake that I personally have made in my past relationships, that I know is gonna shift. Yeah. Anyway, we won't get into it. But best believe you need to know your core values when you meet this person. Okay, you need to have those core values figured out, or at least in the process of you figuring it out. But you need to have those core values and you need to make sure that they at least somewhat match up. But usually, again, in a lifelong divine partnership, they're just going to naturally line up. It's going to be like, yeah, okay, we got it. A plus A, yours is, you answered A on that question. Okay. And I answered A too. You answered C. Yeah. Okay. I answered C too. There needs to be kind of, cause like you need to have the same values. And this is a lot of things. This is one of the biggest things that I think, even more than money, this is what I think causes a lot of divorces is people don't have the same values, or maybe their values, well, I don't want to say they change, but I think a lot of people aren't upfront about their values when they meet their person or they think that they've met their soul person. Um, And they're like, oh yeah, 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 me too, me too. That's part of my values. And then sometimes when a kid pops up and you really start to express your true values because now you're trying to take care of a little human being, then it really comes out. And I feel like that's what causes divorces, is that the values aren't lined up. Okay, now I'm not saying that you need to break up if that's your situation and your values aren't lining up. You can definitely go to therapy, and that definitely has helped a lot of people if both parties are willing to work through it. Okay, um like it's totally possible. It's totally possible. But those core values are so important. I'm gonna tell you right now. Okay, I hope that the person that you're talking to, that you guys do have similar core values, because it's really important. One of my exes, one of the reasons, I mean, there are many reasons, but one of the reasons we broke up was because, I mean, okay, he would say I broke up with him, but we're gonna get into it. But my point is, our values weren't lined up at all, at all. There was stuff that he, and I guess I shouldn't judge anybody for the past, but even then, there's stuff that had happened in his past. He was kind of continuing to do, and I was like, wait a minute, I don't want my kids to, if I had a kid, I was like, I would not like I would not want you to be the example for my kids, which, oh my God, that's really terrible to say. But again, this is my biased opinion. Y'all know how I am. Okay, y'all know who I am. Y'all saw me on YouTube. You see how spiritual I am. I'm very much into this mindset of the human expansion, and you know for me, 2 + 2 = fish, and him is still four. So it didn't work out. It didn't work out, and that's okay. But you need to have those core values. It is so important to have those core values. Okay. And I know y'all are like, okay, you think 2 + 2 = fish? What world are you on? I'm not on this world. Okay. So anyway, so 8. What is the other person's core values? Do they reflect my own? I mean, this is a simple yes or no question. But just for the stream of consciousness part, I want y'all to really just reflect on the core values, list them out. What are the conversations that you've had so far? What are those conversations? And just reflect on those conversations and just list down or write down what the oh my god, what the values were. Okay, and what values you guys share, and maybe if there were some values that were different, write those down too. Really sit with them, figure out, is this okay? Is that, if a kid comes into the equation, is this going to be okay? That's a really great navigator to really determine if you guys are in alignment. Okay, the kids, that's a big one. That's a big one. Okay, so let's go ahead and do it. I got my timer. I'm showing y'all the 4 minutes. Okay, let's go ahead and do number 8. We got 2 more, y'all. That's it. We got 2 more. We almost there. We almost there. Okay, so Okay, that was number 8. What is the other person's core values? Do they reflect my own? That's a really important one. If y'all need more time, just pause the video, continue writing. Okay, this is pretty quick, but like I said earlier, we were doing 7 minutes at first, and girl, that was way too long. So we gonna do 4. Okay, so second to last. Is it easier for me? Oh, this is a good one. This is a good. This is a good one. This is a good one. Okay, this is where the balance comes into play. Y'all need to have some balance. That's the other thing. The past relationships, it might not have been balanced. These need to be balanced. And the other thing is, it might not have been balanced because you or the other party or both parties did not understand balance between a masculine and a feminine energy. Super important. Okay, so this is another thing that people get messed up when it comes to relationships. They don't know the balance between the masculine and the feminine. And when they don't know the balance and they've only been programmed to believe and act on imbalance and bringing imbalance to that relationship, well, that's what you get. You get more imbalance. So anyway, so 9, is it easier for me to receive around them? This is for the feminine energy, okay? Or easier to give around them. This is for the masculine energy, okay? So I want you to reflect on the times that you guys have spent with each other, even if it's just for a moment or a couple of times. Reflect. Is it easier? So for me, it would obviously, maybe not obvious to some, but obvious to me, it would be the feminine, right? So I would ask myself, is it easier for me to receive around them? Okay, this is for me personally. Again, if you are masculine, then you need to ask yourself, is it easier for me to give when I'm around them? Okay. And not in the way, in the sense that, maybe not in the way that not in the sense that they remind you, hey, like you need to give more of a tip. Like that's not what I mean. I really want y'all to think about the times where you are subconsciously doing this. That's gonna be your ticket. That's gonna be the key. That's what's gonna really tell you. Okay. So again, is it easier for me to receive around them? Okay, so that's gonna be my version. Again, masculine is easier to give. Okay, an example would be if you met your soulmate, and you're in the masculine. Okay, and you go to the store, and you don't normally give a tip to. They have a tip jar. I don't know why they have tip jars in stores. I don't get it. But anyway, we don't want to go into it. But if you go to the store and they have tip jars in the store, you don't normally give to the tip. You don't normally give a tip at the store. But it just so happens that last week when you were with your significant other, not significant other, but when you're with this person who you think is your soulmate, you just happen. You're like, you know what? I have extra cash in here. Here's $5. That's an example. It's a subconscious thing. Okay, it doesn't have to necessarily be about them reminding you to tip more, or them being like, hey, just give me some money. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. I should make another video about wealth too. There's a lot of stuff coming up for some of y'all. Okay, so one thing that's coming up right now, and then we're gonna get to the question. Is maybe some of y'all have been hurt by giving people money in the past who said that they needed it or legitimately did need it, but maybe they didn't like pay you back, or you felt taken advantage of. This is for the masculine energy. It could be for some of y'all females too, or feminine energy. That this might be for some of y'all too. But my point is, maybe you've given and you felt victimized by giving. Okay, this person's gonna help you take action to move out of that victim mindset. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let's do number 9. I'm going to start my timer. Again, is it easier for me to receive, or if you masculine, give? Okay, 4 minutes. Oh, there's like 2 little birds right there. So cute. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Again, if you need to write more, you are more than welcome to. Okay, so the last one, and this is again playing, not playing, but diving into that, um, that it's the end of the day. Diving into that masculine feminine relationship. Okay, do I feel protected? Oh no, we have one more after this. That's an important question. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We have this last question that's actually really important. So anyway, second to last. Second to last. Do I feel protected physically around them? Okay. So this is for the females or the feminine. Okay. For the masculine, do I feel protected emotionally or provided for emotionally by the other person? Okay, by the feminine energy. So again, I'm going to repeat. So for my feminine energy, okay, feminine energy, do I feel physically protected or physically supported by the other person? That's your question. For my masculine, do I feel emotionally protected or emotionally supported? I won't say emotionally protected, emotionally supported by the other person. Okay? Pick which one. Okay, let's go ahead and do 4 minutes and then we'll get to the there you guys go. Ooh. Wow. There you go. 4 minutes. Okay. Okay. 1 minute. Sorry. Okay, there we go. Okay, so last one. Last one. Okay, last one, I promise. This is really important because a lot of people, and for okay, a lot of people miss this one. And for some people, I think some experiences that I've heard of lifelong partners, it's not like as important, but I feel like this is low key important. Okay, so the last one is, how much do I know about them? Have I expressed an interest in them? Okay, meaning, do you know them? Do you know their family? Do you know their relationship with their family? Do you know their relationship with their friends? Like, how much do you know them really? This is a big one. How much have you expressed interest in them? If you truly love somebody, if you truly want to spend the rest of your life with them, you'll these things will naturally come up. These oh, words. These things will naturally come up. Um, so I really want y'all to recognize that um, this is important. Don't just make it about you. Okay, when you are in a relationship, it goes both ways, and it's not just don't let them just ask questions about you. Um, allow them to no, that's not what I'm gonna say. Sorry. Um, ask questions about them. Allow them to talk about themselves too. Okay, I feel like this one should have been like probably at the top. But really, you need to get to know them. You need to get to know them. Okay, don't. I mean, some people some people when you know, and it's a wrap. Okay, I think I saw on YouTube there was this couple who got married within 2 days of knowing each other. Oh, sorry. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. And that's fine. I mean, that happens. Honestly, I'm gonna be real. You know, these love stories of lifelong soulmates, they happen in so many different ways. They happen in an abundance of ways. So I'm not gonna limit that. But I want y'all to ask these questions. Even if you're one of those people who after 2 days you married the person. Okay, I don't even want to say that. I don't even want to say that. Again, like my friend said, wait it out. So you need to know something about them. Okay, you need to know absolutely something about them. Uh, yeah, yeah. I've just seen so many people make this mistake of not knowing the other person. Okay, but anyway, so let's get into it. We are going to do the last one. Oh my God, last but not least. I know some of y'all like, finally it's over. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. Okay. Did not realize. Literally, I thought this was going to be a 9 question thing. It's 11 questions. So that's because I love y'all. Okay. So, oh girl, what are we doing? Okay, so start the 4 minutes. Let's do this. And again, allow your subconscious to kind of take over. Okay. Um, One more minute. Okay, y'all. I'm ready. I'm ready to relax with some tea. But I hope this really helped y'all who are, who have met your soulmate, but maybe you're having doubts. Maybe you're like, this is all happening way too fast. What is going on? I hope this allowed you to get some clarity on if that person is truly your lifelong partner. And I really want to just kind of close with, don't doubt. Do not doubt. Okay, especially, I think one of the biggest telltale signs is that the relationship or whatever's happening between y'all is very different from the ways that you met your previous partners. That's going to be a really telltale sign. Okay. um but it's really, really, really important to recognize that. Okay. But I hope this really helped y'all. Remember to look at part one. Okay, because this is a two-part video. I'm sorry I didn't intend for this to be this long, but that's how it is. It's this long. But I love y'all so much, and I really just want to empower y'all to really just really step into your truth, step into your power, empower yourself to really manifest the reality of your dreams, knowing you deserve a loving partner, knowing you deserve your equal, and knowing that everybody around you deserves the same. Okay. Sometimes you got to do a little work to get to it, but we can get to it. Okay. So I love y'all so much. This is a wonderful live stream. I hope y'all learned from this. Okay. I hope y'all learned. I hope y'all got something from this. I'm gonna intend that y'all got something from this. Okay. And definitely share it, especially if you know people who say that they've met their soulmate. Share this video with them again, because this is something that I kind of, well, I'm happy I have now, but I think with my previous experiences, relationships, I really wish I had this kind of clarity. So definitely share it with people, especially if they're getting around to the Saturn return. It's gonna be a big one. Okay. So I'm gonna end with that. I love y'all so much. Peace.